bottle of Jack, 20 snaps, he was just going in. So I was fucked up. I think I ended up in like Taco Bell, like drunk as mother singing. Like, bro, what's up? You order like 20 goddamn chalupas, bro.
Yeah, I'm right.
That shit like it was normal, bro.
You can.
Bro, I was fucked up. I didn't realize how drunk I was. Bro, he drunk the whole field.
Reggie, so how do you want to start it?
Alright, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just say my name, you know what I'm saying? All this.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, down.
That's on you.
It's on now.
Oh, I'm recording. I started a couple
Alright, man,
seconds
this is
ago.
Ugly Rich, man. And today I got a group of guys with me. We're gonna discuss and be open about how men feel and what we think. So the shit gonna be raw and uncut. So you might be ready. I'm gonna let everybody here introduce themselves and what they do, and we're gonna pop it off. What's up, you Fred?
And my name Fred. Follow me at the_lost_temptation. Watch your mouth. Bro, I don't know. I've been listening to you, bro. So
Okay.
I really don't even know what you said. This is a good thing you can edit.
Yeah.
Nah, you can now.
You go ahead,
I
Drew.
don't know what I said, bro.
My name is Andrew Instagram, trail_501, actor, model, business owner.
Cool. My name is Bali. You can follow me on Instagram, Jeremy Michael, owner of Culturebound Bookstore, and you can also follow my blog at bodyspeaksnews.com.
I'm Charles Young. I am a podcaster. My podcast is 2020 Vision Podcast with Mike Chuck 1212. You can follow me on Instagram at Lord_Charles_first. Lord Charles the first.
Coaches Will, you can follow me at IG on IG, Coaches_Will, designer, curator, you know what I'm saying, vibe, you know what I'm saying, enthusiast, all in and above. You can follow the clothing line Creative Conflict 88 on IG and Twitter, and that's it.
We get like 25 and he do this every
I
time.
forgot, man. Damn, what's your name, though?
Now, I'm just gonna be messing people up. Like, bro, what's my name?
Let's go.
Man, everybody was saying.
Alright.
Alright, man. It's Ugly Rich, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know who I am from my blog and podcast. I got a bunch of guys with me, and tonight we're pretty much going to explain what goes on with a man and some of the thoughts we have that, you know, so we don't share with y'all. So this is like a raw and uncut. So it might get crazy. Damn, okay, fuck that. But I got some other guys with me right now, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and what they do in conjunction with this.
My name is Fred Williams. Follow me on Instagram at the_lost_temptation. I am something like the co-host of the Ugly Rich Show. I'm just an awesome ass guy.
Oh, my turn. My name is Andrew Terry. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, trail_501, model, actor, business owner. That's how you need to know about me.
My name is Bali. You can check out my blog at bodyspeaksnews.com. It's a co-author on what ain't shit like that.
Let's do this.
Pop it up. Give it a name.
Alright. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Alright, man, this is Ugly Rich, man. Pretty sure it's a few you know me from my podcast and blogging and from my antics on Facebook, man. Today, I got some guys with me, man, and what it is, we're gonna give you a sneak peek of what men really think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of times we kind of hide and, you know what I'm saying, tell each other to shut up behind, but we're gonna go and open up for a sneak peek, man. I got some guys with me. I'm gonna let each and every last one of them introduce themselves, so you know what I'm saying, they can let you know who they are.
My name is Fred Williams. Follow me at the_lost_temptation on Instagram. Velvet Teddy 2 on Snapchat. I'm all velvety. And I'm the co-host of Ugly Reggie Show.
You feel something?
Yeah, bro. Velvet Teddy 2, bro. You follow me.
I don't know about no velvet. My name is Andrea Terry. Follow me on Instagram at Trailer_501. That's Trailer_501. Actor, model, business owner.
My name is Bali, co-owner of Culture Bound Bookstore. You can check us out at cultureboundbookstore.com. Also a blogger and writer, so you can check out some of my work at BaliSpeaksNews.com. So, promoter of all things righteous and literacy advocate.
I'm Charles Young. I'm an independent podcaster. My podcast is 2020 Vision Podcast with Mike Chuck 1212. You can follow me on Instagram at Lord_Charles_first. And shit, add me on Facebook, Charles Michael Young.
Coaches_Web. You can follow that on IG. Mulatto Web on Twitter. Coaches Web. Coaches_Web. You can search that on Twitter. Designer, curator, vibe influencer. You can also follow the business page, the clothing line page, Creative Conflict 88 on IG.
Alright, man, go ahead and open up, man. I mean, we getting this shot professionally, but man, what I like about this whole group right now is pretty much everybody's raw and cut, and they have their own style. So, I mean, I'm gonna go open the floor about how little boys are raised. How do y'all feel about little black boys that is fucking going and popped out? How do y'all feel about the way little black boys are raised and how you're told to pretty much suck that shit up?
Well, go ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
About little boys being told to what, suck it up?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to express themselves pretty much, you know what I'm saying, as they should.
I think as a little boy, it's vital to be able to express yourself. Mainly because how you're growing up. I mean, you going to school. School can be a hell place for kids too sometimes. And when you're interacting with other kids and stuff like that, maybe you might come home like, Dad or Mom or big brother, big sister, I might need to talk to you about something. And you tell the kids to suck it up and just keep it going or something like that, you're just basically blocking them out from being able to come to you and talk to you about stuff. So then when you get older and you wonder why your kids ain't talking to you, just because you've been telling them to suck it up all day long. So I think, as a kid, or even as a parent, I'm not a parent, but I'm just saying, like, I got nieces and nephews. I think that a kid should always be able to come and talk to you about everything without being told to suck it up, no matter what the situation is. It might be a little 4-year-old girl saying, Dad, I got monsters under my bed. What you gonna do? Tell your daughter to go suck it up? You gonna go in there? You need to go in there yourself and try to figure out what a monster is. That way she feels more safe in nighttime. You see what I'm saying? That's just what I think. I ain't got no kids, so I'm like, somebody got kids.
I think it's different from boys and girls though. I mean,
Yeah, that's why
if it's your little girl, you gonna go try to fight the monsters. But if your little boy, you like, ain't no monsters in
to
there.
fight the monsters.
Yeah. And I think it's different environments too, man. You're in a certain environment, like you just being told by your mom and your dad, like, yo, little boys don't cry.
Right.
So when you get older and get into like a serious relationship or something like that, and your girl telling you like be open, you like, man, it's too much. It's gay. I'm not gonna tell you about my feelings and all that, like what's going on with all that. Lack communication, your relationship end up ending. All because you gotta suck it.
Where do you buzz? I know you get some juice from it, man.
Nah, I mean, I think historically, I don't think the black family has ever had, I don't think we've ever been the best at expressing ourselves, you know what I mean? Father working all the time and whatnot, so even though I grew up with my father inside the household, we never talked about feelings, He woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, came home at 6 o'clock at night, came home, ate dinner, and went to bed, you know what I mean? We did spend time together, but it wasn't any kind of avenue or outlet to express feelings. And so, when we talk about black boys, I mean that's a whole different dynamic right there. Where we're trying to teach a group of black children to grow up, be men, and then learn how to balance these feelings and whatnot. And so you got single parents. A lot of times mom is raising a son by herself. She's not gonna want her son to be a quote unquote sissy. And she's gonna associate sissy with whining, expressing her feelings, snitching, telling, doing whatever she can. So she's gonna try to instill what she believes, is going to be traits of masculinity inside these black boys, and then it grows up and you get a group or a community of men who can't express themselves, who have a hard time communicating with their women, have a hard time communicating with their significant others, their mothers and everything. And I mean, that's the biggest problem that we have right now, that communication. But it all stems from growing up and being told, hey, this is what a man is. And we were never told that a man is somebody who can express their feelings and still be looked at as strong and independent.
It's funny that you mentioned like you grew up with your father. I grew up with my father too. My mother and father been married now for like going on 50 years, coming in April. And I like to think that, you know, I was raised differently, like from what you're saying, but I think about it right now, and I remember 3 times my father expressing feelings to me, and I'm 35 years old, you know what I mean? And it's funny that you say that. It's just we don't express feelings enough. I know, you know, I'm very outspoken. Like I don't have no problem saying what needs to be said or what I want to say, but I think it's got to be more of us like that, and not just saying what needs to be said, but saying what's in your heart. You know what I mean? Because it can grow to be troublesome. Like we were talking a second ago. Well, I think y'all were talking a second ago about vices. You know, you drinking and whatnot, and that's how a lot of us cope. I was in the military too. That's how a lot of us cope, and it can grow to be bad if you never said nothing about nothing to your friends or people you call your friends. I mean, it can grow to be real bad. So
most people can't even realize that you are going through something. It's just like, oh, bro, just turning up. He always drunk. Like, bro, I'm really hurting inside.
it's true.
And I can talk from a perspective when my mom was a single parent, she raised me. You know what I'm saying? My mom is a lot different from a lot of moms. Like, even when I see people of my generation, you know, she didn't bring another man in the household because she wanted me to understand that you are the person that I'm putting my investment in. You feel what I'm saying? And my mom is a lot different. I had my grandfather, but he was a lot older. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was 96 right now. You know what I'm saying? I had uncles, but they had their own children. But I had one uncle that kind of took me under his wing when he could. But at the end of the day, a lot of stuff that I got from men was people on the street, people that you didn't want somebody. You don't want somebody talking to your son about sex. And there's a grown man, 30-year-old man looking at a 14-year-old girl, but you're not old enough to calculate and understand. You just know you're not going to go back and tell your mom that because you ain't no snitch or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I seen my mama fight for me with the school system. When it came, she told me, if I was fighting somebody, you gonna fight them. If I'm out here, you gonna fight them too. You gonna fight them. You ain't gonna run because I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I thank her every day for that because she raised me. And my father, he's still living. We don't have no connection. But at the end of the day, you know, I think he missed out on what type of man I was and what type of man I am. I can tell you right now, I can cry, but I'm still gonna beat that ass.
His absence had a part with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you said that shit, bro. Seriously, because I mean, do you think at any point in time you can try to mend that relationship with your father? Because what it is it's funny you say that mine was there, but he wasn't really there. Because, and then I didn't really understand this shit.
Yeah.
And what it was when I got into high school, it became a defining point to me. Because what it was, you know, when you finally playing football, it's homecoming, and my dad didn't have a job at the time, so I came home with 2 tickets. Like, hey, pops, like starting night, it's homecoming. I mean, you ain't got a job. I mean, you don't come see, you don't come talk with your boy.
Come through.
Well, what it was, you know, like what it was, my uncles and all the pastors came. But you know how it is. That old man, I'm looking in the crowd like, man, what pops said? Tell me why I came home and them tickets were in the same spot I left the motherfucker. And he was sitting in the car with his homeboy getting high as hell. So from then, it was like, well, fuck it. So I mean, I know what mama didn't go because my mama didn't work XYZ job. She went to the church. She did this at the daycare. So I mean, only reason she was tired, but when she wanted to come, she did come. But why is it you didn't come?
How old is your dad, like chronologically? How much older than you is he?
I would probably say he's about like, I'm about 30.
You about 40.
Shut up, nigga. Nah, he about 60 something. He about 60 something.
Okay.
But see, the crazy part is, I'm glad you brought it. What it is now that I'm older, I didn't realize that my dad battled with his dad because he wanted that affection too.
Right.
And my mama kind of said the same thing. She was like, well, what it is, son, is your granddaddy really wasn't there for your dad. So for him, just being there should have been good enough. Whereas so now that I have a son, I'm a lot more vocal with him, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel? Do you want to do this? And you know what I'm saying? Even little shit like this, just wrestling.
Is it like, alright, well, his dad wasn't there for him.
Mm-hmm.
He was present, but he wasn't there for you. Now you present and there for you. So each generation is doing better.
But y'all are breaking it though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's
breaking the cycle.
and all of what we're talking about right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw this card out there right now. I think you would probably expect it to. I'm gonna take it. It all has a history. The Black American family comes from where? The slave plantation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man we know now, we've been breaking this into what we see today, into what we become, has come all the way from the slave plantation in 16th, 17th, 18th century. So we doing this on our own, first of all. You know what I'm saying? So respect that part. You know what I'm saying? But what I was about to say to you was, my father, you know what I'm saying? Even fathers that are there battle with having a relationship with, like my grandfather, he didn't fuck with my dad. You know what I'm saying? He and my grandma were married, but he didn't really fuck with my dad. He was hard on him, beating the fuck out of him, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make him cry all the time. My papa left New York when he was 17 and never went back. You know what I'm saying? He's an Arkansan now, you know what I'm saying? He never went back because of how my father treated him. And his retort to that, I guess, was to try to treat us fairly, treat us nicely, you know what I'm saying? But he still didn't express no feelings, you know what I'm saying? He still didn't, you know what I'm saying? But now, we grown men, we all express feelings with each other, but, you know, that's just, I mean, we all are trying to do as best we can generationally, because it all comes from one place.
Yeah.
All of us right here come from one place, you know what I'm saying?
And think about that. You know, that's important. You know, you're dealing with the people who are descendants of slaves. You know what I mean? So think
And it
about.
wasn't that long ago.
And it wasn't that long ago. So think about how many stories do you know about your family members from 150 years ago? Probably none. You know what I'm saying? Probably none. Why? Because we got a shameful history. And instead of passing information down on what happened to us, we got a few books, you know what I'm saying? We got a few documents, you know, we got the Federalist Projects where people went out and interviewed slaves, and after that, a lot of these people didn't want to talk about their experiences.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that we dealt with during slavery, it's the same thing we're dealing with right now. We don't want to talk about our experiences. We don't open up to our kids because everybody's dealing with their issues. Everybody's coping their own way. We drinking, we smoking, we doing whatever we can to go ahead and cope. And that's our form of communicating, you know what I'm saying? Getting high or whatever the case may be. So when we raise them little boys or whatnot, you got the dads that's working, you got the moms that's working. Nobody talking about feelings. You know what I mean? We just want to know, hey, are you gonna grow up and just beat somebody? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just, hey, I'm proud of my son if he just get his GED.
Or don't get caught in the system.
Or just don't get caught in the system. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get trapped.
Don't care how he feels about it. I just want to know that you're gonna make it and be somebody. You know what I'm saying? My dad was like, yo, I just want you to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Get you a job and stick around for 20 years. You know, get your retirement or whatever. And that was it. You know, we talked about that kind of goal, getting a job. We didn't talk about, yo, how you feeling at school today? You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I think it all boils down to we come from history where people were shamed into the experiences, stripped of access to this day.
And it does, bro. And it does. And it, like, I hate when people like try to push it to the side, like it didn't happen. Like, bro, like my homeboy grandmama, 100 years old. She's still alive. You feel what I'm saying? Like my grandfather on my mom's side died in 1986. He was born in 1895. You feel what I'm saying? His mom and dad were both born on a real life slave plantation. My great grandparents. It wasn't that long ago, and I hate when people try to push it to the side like it's nothing. Like, oh, you know, nah, bro. It lasted a long time. It wasn't that long ago. Don't get that misconstrued right there, man. I hate when people try to push it off.
They act like Jim Crow was like 1,000 years ago.
It was just
you know,
basically. You know what I'm saying?
And we was having a whole conversation.
50 years, 60 years. We just had the 60th.
Just 60, bro. My grandma went to a segregated school. Not my great grandma. Not, you know, so nobody that I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
The woman that used to pick me up from it, like she was in a segregated school, and the school is like a rundown building that we threw parties in, and we had no idea what the fuck it was.
It ain't a mirage, man. It's real.
Well,
Like,
Ruby Rich is 60 years old. Lil Rock 9, Minnie Jean, all of them like in their 60s and 70s. You know, this still is fresh. It still is new. It's still open wounds. But the good thing about this is having a dialogue with black men our age and saying that we're gonna change that narrative. That's important. That's important for, you know what I'm saying, the savages, the people that like to call themselves this and that and run around. We know them, we all know them. They come from our community, went to school with them, this and that. They don't want to express that. They don't want, you know, somebody to support their woman or do this or do that. Everybody got feelings. Everybody can do this. I remember at a point in time where if you were listening to R&B music, you was soft.
You soft.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell me that Drew Hill, Nicks, all these people like they really was. And when you listen to music now, which really isn't R&B, it's almost like singing rap, like melody rap. You know what I'm saying? And they saying the same stuff the rappers say. You're like, hey, they're not really talking about love. They're not really talking about love. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Scott, it's moody trap music, what I call it.
You're not really talking about love, but when you listen to them songs, like, man, they really were pouring their hearts out. And you understand why these women love these individuals, because it was like, I can express myself. I can say that I love you. I can say that I'm gonna fight for you. I can say that I can support you. But now it's almost like, that ain't cool no more. But it's like, you know, we were talking earlier, it's like we gotta recreate that. We gotta recreate something where it's a narrative to say that black men can enjoy themselves, they can be carefree. You see the hashtag Black Boy Joy. Even though we are men, we understand that I want my son to be carefree in a society where he can't be carefree. A lot of times our children, our little boys can't be carefree because you know the society kills Tamir Rice's and Trayvon Martin's. So you gotta strip them of their childhood so early and let them know it's not safe out here for you. It's not safe out here. Even though we can say, well, that happened in Cleveland, that happened in Florida, that happened here. It's happening. So it can happen to anyone. It can happen to my child.
I didn't think it was gonna happen to them.
Yeah. Exactly. First time I was in handcuffs, I was 7 years old.
That's
I was in the East End. Like, I wasn't doing nothing. It was just like, what y'all doing out here? Well, I live here.
Yeah.
I grabbed him. You know, he got us on the car and all that. I'm in handcuffs. You let us go. But that's my first experience. I wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, I'm just out there. So it's like, a lot of white folks be like, why y'all running? I'm like, bro, I done seen him nigga get his ass whooped by the motherfucking police.
Right.
So I'm like, shit, either run or get my ass whooped.
That's
so
always
I'm
been
straight
the
out.
The police are not our friends. That's what always been seen to us and shown to us. And you ain't gotta watch Boys in the Hood. This shit happening in your neighborhood. You don't gotta watch Menace to Society. It is happening. Only reason those movies were shown was to show individuals that don't come from those communities, other races that don't come from those communities, that this is happening here. You don't know about it.
Like me and him had a whole conversation with these two white guys. They were saying, you looking at the media. I'm like, bro, I just go outside, man. I said, I don't know how it feels to be a white man in America. You don't know how it feels to be black. Exactly. He said, I'm a little kid. When the police drove off, he said, I'm going to get you. That's what he told me. So I'm like, bro, you looking for me. That type of stuff, man. You don't let it down.
What that boy Booster said in that song? My daddy raised me to hate a cop. So all my motherfucking life, I hated cops. And I didn't understand that until I got older. And I'm talking about now. And I try to do with my kids to let them know, like, okay, like, look here, this is what it is. But even now, even they know, like, okay, sit back, police, sit back. So we don't want daddy to go to jail. I'm like,
that's a damn
you know, and they're young. Like, these kids are young, and they know, like, okay, we gotta sit back because we don't want daddy to be in trouble.
We gotta be quiet.
Yeah, we gotta be quiet.
Because I don't want my dad to be Philando Castillo.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta be quiet. It's like we strip that so young, even in your school systems. They stay in line, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that. And now when you're talking about prisoner pipeline and you know what I'm saying, they opting kids to say, okay, you're gonna either go to jail or go to the military. So now you're still in the system. Now you're still trapped because you're serving for somebody that you fighting a war for people that won't even fight for you. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a damn fact, just like those numbers when you're talking about 70% of the NFL is filled with black men, black and brown men, I guarantee you our military reflect the same damn thing. But you want to talk, the officers and these people in these high up positions are all white niggas.
It's not just the color though, it's where we come from. Like, I'm from the hood and I joined the Marine Corps. My nigga, where you from? Where you from? I'm from the hood, like the people that join the military, minority communities, it be impoverished people, not like just a regular black dude.
Of course.
It be niggas from the hood that join. Like it's crazy.
Military, I'm gonna take your job away. So you ain't got no jobs to apply for around here. So what you gonna go to? The military. Every homeboy I know that's from the street, bro, I'm just gonna join the military. I can't find no damn job.
One or two options. If you ain't
I seen somebody retweet this the other day. Somebody said, our soldiers they don't join the military for this, and for you to protest. A black veteran or ex-veteran, he retweeted, I joined because I was trying to pay out these damn school loans. I wanted to have a better lifestyle. I wanted to travel. I wanted to get out of my neighborhood. This is what I joined for. You feel what I'm saying?
Nigga was trying to get a full-time job. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I was 18 years old. I know I didn't want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to work at Pizza Hut. I was working at Pizza Hut. I'm like, man, we gonna head join the Marine Corps.
See, everybody's story is different, but it's kind of the
Similar.
same. Like I was in school playing football. Me and Coach Costa got into it. He cutting. I seen everybody that was hustling, which I was selling drugs, but I'm like, man, this is getting locked up.
Exactly.
And then the dude, the army recruiter was like, we're gonna give you 20 bands. We're gonna pay for you to go to school. We're gonna pay you to go to school. And you ain't gotta go to war if you score high enough on the test. I'm like, bro, that's easy money. All that was a lie.
All that shit was
I mean, I scored well on what I needed.
that money too, didn't it?
What?
And I'm finna get my use out of you.
I came home. They don't tell you about the school stuff, man. They only give you 40% until you deploy once or twice.
That's if you deploy. Only way you can get 100% is if you deploy, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 times.
3 times you get 100%.
Yes, sir. And then on top of that, let's throw that in there. They only pay for 36 months of your school.
36 months.
36 months.
And see, this is
Unless
something
you
you
heard
don't know unless you
36.
You heard they
36, buddy.
unless you're talking to an individual that has experienced this.
Yeah,
And I walk in the mall. As soon as I walked in the mall in Little Rock and I see recruiters in the mall and they talking to brown and black children.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like,
they wanna go.
Yeah. And these people just have food in the food court.
They
It's crazy because if you just look at this right here, just correct me if I'm wrong. You will see the military, the National Guard, the Army, Navy, whatever. What's the word I'm trying to find? You finna have these people at the urban school. You're not gonna have them at the private schools.
Yeah.
Shit, you're not gonna have them at a school that got 5% black people because it's white people.
I went to Central, man. You got Central still kind of Central. Oh,
it is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
still Central.
I'm
Like
old.
40 something.
They wasn't
I'm
really
old.
even on that side. Like the white folks is on this side. They wasn't even on that side. They was in that middle of that hallway right there. All the white kids was outside. And like I said, they didn't go to the AP classes. They was in the regular. I took AP classes for a while.
Let's go.
When none of them dudes in there talking to them. As soon as I went into regular classes, like, that's all every other day. This Marine walking in here, an Army recruiter. Like, man, don't you want to serve the country? I was like, for what? And then the other dude told me some real shit.
About your AP classes. Did anybody try to deter you that went to that school to not take those AP classes? Like a counselor?
Other homies did. See, I went to a private school when I was younger.
Okay.
I'm the reason I got out them AP classes. When I went there, I went to a private school. I didn't know nothing about skipping up. I didn't know I tried to get my GED at 14. They told me I couldn't. I had to be 16. When I went to public school, I seen 18-year-old female.
Yeah.
And I was playing football, so I was like, I'll do this.
Right.
When I went to AP, they didn't do work in the class. They was like, you got homework. I was like, hell no. When I go home, I'm done. So she was like, you ain't gonna pass. My GPA went down. My mom was like, you're not gonna do your work? I was like, no. So she was like, I'm gonna put you back in regular classes. But it wasn't nobody just saying you couldn't do it or nothing like that. Because most of the teachers that I had were black.
Okay.
So they were black women and stuff. So they was like, yo, you need to do this.
That's dope.
Yeah, but my homeboys and stuff though, they was like, man, why you in AP? They was like trying to make fun of me. Like, you a smart boy. I'm like, for real?
Being smart.
Yeah.
As a young black boy, being smart is looked at as like that's a weakness.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot better now.
Yeah, it has.
But like,
You like reading?
you know what I mean?
You trying to hoop
This
with us?
nigga you talking to about reading. Like you gotta do it. Like put that
And see,
down.
like I joked with, I think Reggie, he was doing something like, man, I'm at work. I'm like, oh, so you trying to better your life? So you out here trying to But that's what they was doing to me. And I was like, oh, you in AP classes? Oh, you a smart boy. You smart boy.
Like, what's
Yeah,
up?
smart. They like reading.
Yeah,
But that's the hood though, bro.
it is.
I left that thing early, man. I left that shit when I was 18 and I ain't never go back. And I'm not sorry for not ever going back either. Like I went to fuck with my homies or whatnot, but like I was the kid in the hood that was smart. Like me and my younger brother were real smart. we're the only family in the hood that had my mother and father, all the kids by the same parents, you know what I'm saying? My parents both had a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything was frowned upon that we did, and like, I don't know, man. I never was ashamed of being smart, but I can identify with how looked down upon that shit was. You know what I'm saying? Because I know in high school at Central, I thought the classes wasn't good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. I went to a private school from the time I was probably 11 up to the 10th grade. And then I went to Central. I knew people, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, in the hood, everybody go to Central, basically, from where I'm from. But I'm like, yo, this shit ain't enough. Like, I'm not getting nothing.
It's too easy.
I've been through this. And so it just, I got real complacent with the shit. I didn't want to do school no more, and I went to Marine Corps, and like, that just changed the whole trajectory. I don't know, but I can definitely identify with how we just certain aspects of life, like being smart, being able to express yourself, is just frowned upon, especially with black men.
Where you
from? I grew up right around the block, Schiller Street, South Shore, 1407, where I was born.
It's like I sing, like it's a whole lot of stuff like shit, acting and all that, plays.
Yeah.
Man, if I would have been who I am now, I would have did all that. I grew up in the East End. All that's frowned upon.
I already know.
Nigga, you singing? Bro, East End niggas don't do that. You know
already
what I'm saying? Bro, all we do is fight. Nigga, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
It ain't just fighting, it's sports.
Yeah.
So I'm saying these high schools don't even like you. You can't carry a ball and shoot a basketball.
That's like, if you wasn't doing that in the East End, bro, you was weak.
Exactly.
Nigga, you in a play? Nah, bro, you dead.
Exactly.
Bro, you
Exactly.
dead.
You want to be a thespian? You know what I mean? So.
See, even people that even was in the band used to get frowned upon.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they went all the girls.
You playing the clarinet?
I was in the choir.
If you wasn't playing drums, they you ain't on the drum line.
You play tuba too though. You get one too.
Yeah.
I was in the choir.
Tuba shot.
You had to hide everything, bro. I used to sneak in the choir class. Don't let nobody from the East End see you.
I was just gonna say, like the thing I noticed the most is that the thing we strive for the most in schools are like the non-academic related stuff. Class clown, best dressed, you know what I'm saying? Best in sports. Like anything academic related, like nah, we don't. That ain't nothing that we strive for. You know, like right. I'm like, yeah, and the thing is, like, it's celebrated too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the dude, the valedictorian, or the person that scored the perfect score in the SAT, or you know what I'm saying, ACT or whatnot. That was an announcement over the intercom, like, hey, such and such scored that perfect score in the ACT. But then when you sign for your four-year college or whatnot, with that football scholarship, the whole school got to see, you know what I'm saying, go to the gym and see, hey, such and such got that, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
and it was
dudes out there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes out there, you sign with a big school.
Yeah, right.
They got the dudes
Boy
there.
signed with West Point.
Yeah.
So
Everybody was in there.
that's where all the attention was, man. I'm like 8th grade, my folks was like, man, I'm so mad that you didn't win class clown. Like man, like that's cool. Like at least I passed. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't going to school to be the funniest guy.
The thing about class clown, my situation was some of the shit I just didn't get it, and I didn't know how to ask. I didn't know how to say, like, look, I don't understand this. Can you know what I'm saying, break it? And even in class, I wanted to ask, but what happens when you don't understand and you raise your hand to, man, everybody's finna laugh and make you feel stupid. So I was like, fuck trying to learn that. I might as well make motherfuckers laugh.
Like when I came back from I went to private school 2nd and 7th grade. I would have graduated from high school in 9th grade. So I went to public school 8th grade at PH. Dude couldn't read. I didn't know that. That's why I got in a lot of fights because I didn't know. And I'm laughing because I was like, he playing. He was doing something that I would do. He was like, I thought this was the funniest shit in the world. So he felt some type of way about it. So we in there, we squabbling it out. I'm like, damn, I'm in trouble. I go home, why you fighting? I was like, the dude was playing. He couldn't read. And I found out later, none of these folks could read. I went to college. I didn't know about college tests and all that after I got back from Afghanistan. Bro, they grown and they cannot do grammar at all. Like everything they was doing, they was subject, verb, agreement, none of that. I'm like, damn, for real?
We should have been honest. I just put myself out there, bro. I didn't learn how to write a complete sentence until I got in college, bro. I did not learn how to as
a lot of folks pass you through.
Yeah, they just
if you
push
played
you through,
football
bro.
when you was good, like it was some classes I didn't even come to. I got an A in them.
Or they just don't want to see your black ass no more in that class.
That's what it really is.
I'm gonna push it too. I don't want to see you in that class.
Come back here.
Yeah, that's it.
One of my teachers taught me, she was like, yo, I know you selling drugs. She came to me and told me, I know you selling drugs. I smell it on you. She was like, they gonna typecast. She was a, playbook director or whatever. She was like, they gonna typecast you. I'm like, what? She was like, you need to dress a certain way, and act a certain way to get away with what you doing.
Wow.
Well, I started wearing polo shirts and everything, the whole nine. I was like, all right. She was just
you
yeah. But she was like, you coming in, you don't cause no trouble. And I think a lot of people growing up in the hood, they in single parent households. Their mama working, but she still struggling. And if you can go out here and sell a couple of packs, man, and you can help out with them bills, you gonna do it. And a lot of times, your mama is still proud of you, even though you, like Busta Rhymes said in the song, so hood that if you sold drugs and you made it, your mama still proud of you. These is helping their mama pay these bills. Their mama like, yo, he sell drugs, but he take care of his whole household. As long as he ain't getting in no trouble, I ain't mad at it.
I got
This kind of fucked up.
I got a random question that's like flipping this whole conversation around because I'm going through. I'm that ain't nothing but no big boots. But nah, I got a little cousins going through this stuff right now, but I haven't said it right now. But the thing about it is, I'm just asking this question. Why do y'all feel as if I'm sorry to answer the question again?
No, bro, no, that's why I got it. Like, I wanted everybody to vibe off each other. And you know what I'm saying? I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Sound like
Now,
it
this
needs
is
to be said.
this is question, Derek. Why do y'all feel as if black fathers don't stay at home to raise their kids? Because I'm gonna tell you why I asked that. I got a little cousin right now who's going through some things right now. His mom was raised me, but he's like in the 7th grade. But his mom raised him since he was a kid. His dad really ain't been around. His dad don't even stay in Arkansas anymore. But think about it. Let me finish up.
No,
I heard that. I was like, oh,
No. Because I'm glad. No, I'm glad he asked that question. Seriously.
But think about it, like now, like he just don't know, like he hang with his mom so much to she not really toughening him up. So I think he was like come to sissy to be 100 with you. He don't know. Like I'm talking to him about girls. He like I'm like you're in the 7th grade. I expected 3rd or 4th grade. But you're in the 7th grade. Man, you're not making that noise. So I'm like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, why do y'all feel? Because think about it, I don't have no kids, so I'm trying to figure out, like, asking.
So let me say this, bro. So I ain't really all I cared about from the time I was like 11 till before I got in the Marine Corps. Matter of fact, I was probably about 17 and a half, 18 years old. All I cared about was a nice pair of shoes, hooping, and having a cute girlfriend. Like I ain't care about trying to fuck nothing. I wasn't trying to rub on no girls' booties. I want that girl to stand right there. That's me.
Yeah.
That's all I give a fuck about. So I mean, he could just be, on some other shit. Like his mind could be somewhere else. It don't necessarily mean he's.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It don't necessarily mean that he not interested in that. That's just not where his head at.
But think about it, it's like it ain't just him. It's a lot of little boys out here.
It is.
So
it is. But I mean, it's exposure too, man. I mean, so when I was probably like 3 or 4 years old, like my dad, like he was the kind of cat that, like we're here right now. If I'm my dad and I got a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old son, we gonna be sitting right over there fucking each other. That's how my dad was. He took us everywhere he went. He didn't ask my mama, you need me to take the kids? Brenda, I'm taking the kids. Everywhere he went, smoking with his friends, drinking with his friends. We learned how to count by shooting dice.
Yeah, that's what
when we were 3 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like he took us everywhere. So I didn't really see a whole lot of affection between him and my mama. I was just like, shit, I want to be like my dad. My dad could hoop. That nigga had nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? And I thought my mama was attractive when I was a young man. When I was a young kid. So that's all I knew. That's all I cared about. So his mind could be somewhere else, bro. It don't necessarily be that he is sissy. Don't give up on him, bro.
I ain't giving up on him.
That's all I'm saying.
I think it's kind of hard because I can't look. I'm just saying like my parents died at 16 years old. So the only thing I know is how basically what you talking about right now. So it's like when he come to me, I'm talking about, hey, let's go. We at the mall, like, hey, go talk to that chick right there. He's like, ooh, I don't talk to her. She fine, man. She like 18, 19 years old. I'm like, Talking about you want to
I
talk
heard
to?
that dude getting shot, man. I wasn't no
Fuck
fucking
that.
females and
Listen,
shit,
let me
so
tell
I
you
was
something.
older,
He
man.
said she was ugly. Let me tell you something. She looked like a little miniature Janet. Nah, not Janet.
But see,
Not Janet. Not
But see,
Janet.
that's what
Jada Pinkett.
But see, that's what your mindset.
But that's still on some. He might be intimidated by something they
The
girl.
feelings all y'all coming to me right now.
I gotta ask you a question though.
What's up, bro?
If it turns out to be what you think it is, when you stop living,
Oh no, I'm a love unconditional.
see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people disown.
No.
Shit, that's all I said. My daddy told me if I ever talk like that, he gonna disown all
A lot
of
of
us. It's
people
for
disown
us.
their
He said he
own.
gonna disown all of us.
Yeah, a lot of
Man on
people
the
disown
bus.
their own.
There was a man on the bus. He said he
Straight up
loves
confess.
her. He said he got a lot of girlfriends, and he was just talking about homosexuals getting married. He was like, it's fucking disgusting. He was like, I'm gonna give me a lot of wives. I said, bro, you in America, you can't just marry a lot of women. He was like, well, shit, men getting married. I was like, so what if your son becomes that? He was like, I'm gonna disown him. Shit, I might kill him. I said, you gonna kill him? I said, bro, that's your flesh and blood. He was just like, fuck that. We real men over here. I'm like, bro, that's kind of crazy. But to answer your question, why I think a lot of dudes leave they situation, like I just had a kid, like he 3 months.
Congratulations.
I think.
Yeah, congrats on that, bro.
Thank you. I think, man, a lot of times, like if you with a female, like me and her was never like together like that. I mean, that's slick fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? If she caught feelings, and when a woman has feelings and the dude ain't feeling those same feelings, she has control. In Arkansas, that baby is fully hers. I have no rights to my son. Whatever she say goes. I can't take my son. If I take him and like, I'm not bringing him back tonight. She can call the police and they will come get him. So it's like when you dealing with all that shit, most niggas like, fuck it. Fuck it. I see him when he older and try to establish a relationship then. And like I see it now. Before I had a kid, I was like, bro, I don't understand why these dudes not in their kids' life. As soon as I had a kid, bro, I was like, I see it. I understand. You literally have to fight. And if I didn't have that mentality, like, yo, my pops was there, but he wasn't there. He was a hood dude. My mama and daddy completely different. Neither one of them was on that. And, yo, I love you, son. Good job and all that. They just, as long as you make it, you good. But pops, regardless of what I do, dope, pimp, whatever, as long as I'm good and I got money in my pocket, I'm good. My mama just like, I know you're gonna survive. They never was on that lovey-dovey shit. So it's like, man, I think kids, when a man have a son or whatever and their mama be doing all the extra shit, the dude just like, bro, fuck this whole situation. Eventually, it's like every day you want, it's like, bro, I can show you text messages, like, and I'm a nonchalant person. It's essays. I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, I have an essay in my fucking phone about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. I try to see my son every day. But I'm like, yo, this is just crazy. Eventually, niggas will be like, bro.
But you still there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
So let me hold on. So that perspective that you just gave, bro. I don't have kids, but I can't identify with it. Like I can't sit here and tell you niggas how many times I've had to fight for my life because of who I am.
Bro.
But I'm gonna fight for my kid. With just on some administrative shit. Like I just feel some kind of way about that shit. What you just said, like, because niggas gotta go through like all this whatever. Like, bro, it's your son. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's how I feel about
And like
it.
I get that. That's the only reason I'm still here though. But it's like
Right.
I see it from they.
I can kind
I
of see
see
it.
it.
I know good dudes.
But I feel like you
Nah,
should.
dropping cash off, you know what I'm saying? Even the A on child support. Honey, do you need this or do this, you need this? Okay, I'll show up at the school. And out of spite, the female could be like, you know what? I don't like the way you coming on that female bill over there.
Right.
You make some more money, you go down to the corner and get some of that right
It's
there.
a large percentage of niggas just give up just because.
Yeah, like, it's,
Like I
But see,
got an
I
older
honestly
brother.
don't believe that though.
My older brother, man. My older brother's 49 years old, and we moved the house one day, and I ain't gonna tell you what the argument was about. You know what I'm saying, my nephew, his oldest son, was basically like, look, nigga, you ain't never been there for me. Your little brother's been there for me. You ain't never been there for me. So they can fuss. You need to shut the fuck up. Like, bro, he had every opportunity to be there for this kid. You know what I'm saying? So I know from experience that niggas can do what they want to do. Sometimes, not in y'all's case. I know y'all got friends, but I got friends too. That I had to. I spoke on my Father's Day episode of my podcast. If you don't take care of your kids, me and you can't be friends. Straight like that. So I mean, I know niggas that just back off and like it's 2017, fam. It's time to stop that shit. We gotta take care of all our kids. Real talk.
You look at it like
You know what I'm
if you don't go to court and fight, because there's a lot of dudes not willing to go to court.
Right.
Because they in some shit they sell, so they like, I ain't really finna go to court. Women have all the rights to the kids.
Right on.
So if a woman like you ain't seen your kid, if you pop up in my house and call the police, this is what goes on a lot.
I feel you.
And I feel like, but like you said, it is a lot of dudes out there that just give up. But I think you never really hear the man side of the story. Whatever that woman say is what it is.
That's true.
Cause she tells a lot of dudes that I ain't doing shit. And I'm like, I literally gotta keep a calendar of what time I get them, how long I have them, and all that to prove to the judge, like, bro, I'm here.
But it sounds like what you saying to me is like that like niggas don't wanna acquiesce to the child's mother in a sense. But I work a job every day for a corporation where I have to do the same thing basically every day to people I can't motherfucking stand.
Yeah.
And in this situation, we're talking about a child's involvement. That's my child. Like, I should have no issue acquiescing to a woman that I kind of fucked over anyway. Like, 90% of the time, nigga, let's keep it real. We know when we gonna fuck up somebody. Like, I know all the time. I tell women, look, you don't want to fuck with me like that.
Fuck with me.
I just want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I say that. I said that just last night to a woman. I keep it real. Like, let's keep it real. Like, that's what we gotta start doing.
I fuck some crazy bitches.
We all do. I am predisposed to fucking with crazy women. But in real life, I'm not gonna get. I haven't got any of these women pregnant.
We don't realize that we the ones making them crazy.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You say that narrative.
Take
like,
responsibility for some of this shit, man.
But I definitely feel what y'all. I got a homeboy that's dealing with the mother of his child right now, and he's getting married, and like she sent him these text messages. He's like, bro, like I'm trying. I don't know what to do. I try to stay positive. I try to ask her how her day is going. Then I say, bro, you moved this young lady all the way from Dallas, and you tried to make it work because you were trying to say this is the family structure I want, and when it didn't work, you said we not working. So now she here. She left Ohio, left her household,
And got a child with you. Y'all and you
trying
put no ring on this woman, nigga.
But now and now you engaged, you about to get married to someone else, and now she's like, it's really
We do this.
He don't realize his involvement. He don't realize his involvement in it. He don't realize why. And I be like, bro, you gotta understand that. But she was living with you. Y'all was living together. You brought her out her element when she had help, when she had family. And every time she be like, you're not helping me, blase. You don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? She's stuck in that because you brought her there. But I definitely understand what you're saying. But I understand it is another side. And then when I think about my father, like my mom said, I didn't keep your father away from you. If he can leave, come from Atlanta. I got two brothers that I didn't meet until I got grown, and one of my older brothers stayed in the same city as me. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't meet him until we got grown, and me and him collide, like we beefed. You know what I'm saying? Off of just because we didn't have a relationship growing up, but you felt like we were brothers. You felt like you could talk to me and type of that. So I had to make all of them realize I can cut all y'all off. None of y'all invited to my wedding. I don't know none of y'all. Y'all family, but y'all ain't blood. Like, I ain't been through no trials and tribulations with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all of that. So I had to, like, you know, I think about my father. He's sick now. Like, my brothers be like, call pops, call dad. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I still struggle with trying to get past why you didn't want to be a part of my life when you could have been. Why you didn't go pick me up and my brother and take us to Sugar Land, Mississippi to spend time with? You made me kind of, you know, not have a, when I felt like a person that had a relationship with me, it's like, okay, I know you're not coming around for Christmas. I know you're not coming around for birthdays. I know you're not coming to no football game. I'm finna cut you off. But now that I'm grown, you feel like you would be a part of my life. And I got a son, he just turned one last Wednesday. And he felt like he could make a resurgence back in my life. Like, I'm gonna come see my grandson, you know, I'm gonna come do that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop you. But I'm gonna put that ball in your court for you to come out here. Still ain't came. My son 1 year old now.
See, that's crazy.
You expected me to come to Atlanta and bring my son up there. Now I'm gonna take my son to go see my grandmother in Sugar Land, Mississippi. If you there, then you can meet him. But you know what I'm saying? It won't be an involvement of me saying I'm not gonna take him to go see my grandmother, because my grandmother just like, you need to make sure that Evan come home. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just, I was just like, man, if you're not putting that effort in, if I know sooner or later your little boy, he gonna realize and say that my dad wants to be a part of me, don't keep him away from me. You know what I'm saying? If I would have known that my dad was putting in effort and I would have known, like if I could have seen those conversations, but my dad wasn't calling my mama saying, I want to see my son, why you not, you know what I'm saying, why you tripping? They weren't arguing on the phone, he just wasn't there.
Support and all that. And I told him, like, I make decent money, man. I'm not hurting. I'm like, bro, do what you do. As long as I get to see him, I'm cool. And then like on the other thing, like I said, I see why dudes walk away. I see why they stay too. Like I see why they try to make it work, they baby mom. And I'm like, because one girl was like, why you don't make it work? I was like, man, I'll be miserable. But I understand why niggas be miserable just so they can be around their kid. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna deal with the talking, because I'm a zero tolerance type of dude. So when she be doing all that, I'm like, bro, you need to learn who the fuck you're talking to.
Right.
But it's like, I know I can't touch it. I know I can't do none of that. So I just be like, all right. When she come around, I just be looking at her like, oh, I swear to God. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking to me for? And it be some random stupid shit. Bro, she sent me a text message, no lie, and said, can you please not have a baby for 2 years? Some random shit like that. And I just be like, bro, what the fuck?
This your baby mama?
She's a black woman, right?
Yeah.
That's black women. That's
That makes no sense though.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
This your baby mama talking about? You know she gonna see this, right?
I don't care, man. You selling it.
Tell her, hey, fuck it, hey, I can do
You
it.
know, I got in trouble last time.
It's like,
I didn't even say no bad shit this time though.
Why you say that?
he tell these niggas, when I text them,
Last time
Why you feel like that's like something that a black woman would do, like
I mean,
spiteful or something like that?
No, not be spiteful. Just
Just be petty.
What he said,
like petty.
not even petty. Just like we all got that fire in us, bro. Like I feel like just black people in general, we all got like a piece of that fire in us, bro. And like she probably just popping off some shit because she can. You know what I'm saying? And at times we all got that. I don't like to call it petty, but in this particular instance, I'm gonna have to say it's petty. We all got that little gene in us a little bit.
And I gotta realize
yeah,
this about
that's what we do.
She say shit just cause she know that'll get to me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the
That's
day,
what I'm talking about.
she still bring like, oh, well, I'm just gonna keep my son. I ain't gonna bring him to you. And it'll piss me off, but I know for a fact tomorrow you bringing me.
Right.
Like it just, she now is not getting to me like it used to, cause I'm like, all right, I know you just talking. So whatever, you have at it, you talk your shit.
It sounds like she still love you.
Yeah,
like you.
that's dumb.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
He said something along the lines like
She
he
know.
shit.
Hold on, I didn't fuck up because I never was with her.
Oh man, I just repeated what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. You said that.
I was repeating
No,
it.
I said what I said.
You said that.
When I said I slipped, that means I got
okay.
crazy.
You
That
wrong.
was
You
a slip.
Y'all had fun.
Yeah, I fucked up. That's what I.
But it's funny.
I thought you was like.
It's funny what you said, bro, because like I said, my daddy, like say him and my mama separated in 2006. I graduated high school in 2006. Bro, he moved down here. I moved down here in 07, bro. And me and him really ain't had a conversation. And the fucked up part about it, I'll be honest, I want to have a conversation because I want to understand.
Yeah.
I don't know, so now I'm older, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand that life fucks you up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I want to understand, like, Pops, like, what was it? Because as a father, bro, I just came from the training month, and I could not imagine. I was like I was missing my kids. Bro. I was like really missing my kids. So I was trying to understand, like, okay, what was going on? Because prior to y'all getting divorced, you and mom had been together like damn 20 years, and it kind of fucked me up because I'm like, okay, y'all been together this long, and y'all just decided, it's it. And it's been like 10 years, bro. And I'm not gonna bullshit you. My mom probably gonna see this. But I think it's still something there between the two of them. Because me personally, I just don't see me spending this many years with this person since we were kids. And you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, he can't come by the house. He can't, anybody say he can call now, but before she wouldn't get a number out. And I'm like, okay, she was really hurt.
A lot of times that's what it is.
Yeah, she
it's
was
about the
really
relationship.
hurt,
It don't got nothing to do with the kids.
Yeah.
It's just about the relationship. And the people in the relationship got to know it's more about the kids than it is about the relationship.
Nah, bro. Like my pops 54.
Well, 50, yeah, 54, my mama 55. They both from the East End. That's why I don't get like how they met. Like my mama a God, church-fearing woman, God-fearing, church-going woman or whatever. And my pops is like complete opposite. This is in the streets.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. He told me he loved me twice. Like one time they was going to get into it, he was leaving. Second time I was in Afghanistan, they was like, my mom was like, you need to talk to your dad. I'm like, for what? She was like, he was going through it, like they gonna kill my boy over there and all that. Like I've never heard him, talking about this. So, like I said, he told me he loved me twice. So when he was like, talk to him, I'm like, about what? He was like, you all right over there? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm straight.
It's funny. He said,
But that's how he was talking to me. He was like, man,
now that I'm older, like the conversation me and my pops had, it makes sense now. Like my pops really didn't have a way with words. So what it was, he didn't have a way with words. So when I first started having sex and shit, I'd never forget I was in the back. He says, Brandon, come here. He's like, what? Fuck, what the fuck I need now? He said, son, life ain't all about getting pussy and getting your dick sucked. I was like, what? Now that I'm older, it makes sense now. Like, that is more to life. He took my pops took the blame. We didn't even have that time. He was like, I was saying, yo, my mom was knowing, like her son having sex. That ain't something that a mama just want to know.
Yeah.
So I mean, they fought about it. And I'm like, I guess my mom found some rubbers. I didn't know nothing about it. I just came up there, but then it was like I found some rubbers. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, your mama talking all that shit to me about it. These your rubbers. I was like, somebody didn't tell them they was my rubbers. For something, man, I don't know if my mama just thought I couldn't do no wrong or nothing like that, because I never really got in trouble. I was smart with hiding shit. He was like, yeah, these your motherfucking rubbers. I was like, I know. Like, you tell them who rubbers they is. Bruh. It's funny because my mama didn't know how to talk to me either. No bullshit. When you hit certain age. She just told me she should have had the birds and the bees talk with me. When you hit that certain, she was like, I never had that conversation with you. I was like, Mom, I'm 27, man.
Y'all shit went
I felt like Juicy Dog. Well, see, when I first learned, when you first learn how to jack off, you young boy, you like, fuck it. Bro, not what it was. I woke up late one night, Girls Gone Wild commercial. No, Girls Gone Wild. I was on the bottom bunk getting it in. Mama told me, I ain't never seen my mama move that goddamn. And you know how you try to get stiff all of a sudden? She didn't say nothing. She just told my dad. So once again, me and him was in the house by ourselves. But see what it was I never closed my door, and my room was right beside the bathroom. So it wasn't shit just real quick. So I'm talking about I'm in there getting it in. Like I said, she called me. She didn't say a word. So she told my dad. I was like 14, 13. I didn't have sex at 15.
My shit was bad. Like,
What's that thing about it?
my brother watched pornos. I'm like 9. And I just seen it.
But see,
I didn't know what, bro.
My baby
was, bro. I was just.
My babysitter
supposed to buzz at
My babysitter introduced me to Skinemax. My baby mama, my goddamn babysitter introduced me to Skinemax at a young age. I had no
My brother was kind of sick, so he'd be in a recliner. So he'd be like, come bring me something. He got a porno on the TV. So I walk in, I'm not really realizing what I'm looking at, but I'm staring at the TV. He like, bro, stop looking at that. I'm like, I'm not knowing that they fucking.
Like, bro, you got it on.
Yeah. I'm hearing, I'm looking at the TV like, what the fuck? And then like his son was older than me. So they was like, man, they told me how to check out. They was like, you gotta do this, it's gonna feel good afterwards. So I was like, bet. I'm in that row. I couldn't even grab it all the way. I'm young, so I'm 2 fingering that motherfucker. Like, I'm in there. And shit.
That's crazy because that's almost like on some corrupt,
bro, it was fucked up.
Innocent.
It was fucked up.
And like I said, my dad. Hold on. Like I said,
Can we change the subject?
yeah, but see the thing about it, my dad didn't know how to talk. He didn't say
shit
like that. He didn't know how to
Oh
say
no, he got a real fucked up situation. He want to turn the subject.
That's corrupt, like you said, like your babysitter introduced you.
Introduced me to Skinemax,
man. You a young child.
Yeah, I
when you we talk about a lot of young boys and what they get exposed to at a young age, and then they can't express themselves. They don't know how to sexually please a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us learn how to fuck from pornos. So now it's like you finding out like some of these women not even climaxing.
Yeah.
A lot of women that are climaxing are coming to that peak because you don't know how to make love. You just know how to.
So I told a female, I told a female that I was like,
Get yours.
honestly, I didn't understand until I got older. I thought you fuck them right hard. You fuck them all hard. Until you know what I'm saying? And one female was like, bruh, nah. Bruh, nah. Alright, good.
Fuck
Yeah.
I guess I'll tell my story too, shit.
I knew it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, first time I lost my virginity, I ain't watched no porno before this shit, to be honest with you. I didn't know what sex was. I know I was 13, she was 16. Hold on, I'm trying to say it out loud. I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. I put it in, and I stayed in. And when I say I stayed in, I didn't move. I didn't go back out, I didn't come back in. Like I stood in one spot and said, oh, this is the best shit ever.
I heard a homeboy, no bullshit. He said nobody explained condoms to him. Bro said he knew he was gonna get something later on that day, so he wore the condom out. right? Yeah, bro. Dude said, bro, he was like, bro, I didn't know. So I put the condom on early that day, thinking that I was supposed to keep it. I'm like, damn.
The shit that we don't learn.
You got some goddamn. You sleeping all through health class. You got bored.
That's great.
But you may need to have somebody that can talk to you about this that maybe you can relate to, but they can tell you where they don't corrupt your young mind.
No, but you
also
think
you
better
can
than-
wait till you get to a certain age where you can have this conversation and be like, you know, this is the stuff that we're trying to prevent. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell a person. I'm not gonna tell a person once they get to that age where they feel like they're gonna have sex to not have sex, because a lot of people feel like, you know, people gonna have sex. You know, a lot of people think that, well, you gotta say this, you gotta say that. A lot of people don't do that. You see that a lot of times. People, you know, people have children. People have, you know, because they're not educated upon it. So it's like we gotta have those conversations when it's time too. You know what I'm saying? Have those conversations where people won't get hurt, you won't get pregnant, you won't catch STDs or any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a real conversation that needs to be had in our community. And you know, our young black men, you gotta have that conversation with them early on. You know what I'm saying? And that goes from every instance of it. You know what I'm saying? This could be a young black man that may be dealing with his own sexuality. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, just be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Black man gotta do it right though. We gotta do it right.
Yeah.
Like not just talk about doing it right.
Right.
We have to do it right.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna keep it real right now. How many of us have had like a long spell where we ain't use no motherfucking protection?
That's everybody in this motherfucker.
I'm gonna keep it fun.
But she's married, so I mean, it's different with you.
When I was like my third year in the Marine Corps, I was 21. I used to call that shit the Harlem Shake. I called it the Harlem Shake.
We call it nigga head
Look
love.
for the go raw. I'm for the Harlem Shake in that thing. That's it. Motherfuckers used to laugh. That nigga from Arkansas say he finna go Harlem Shake in this bitch. Like, bro, we have to do it right though. Like, it's so many, like, the relationship between black men and black women is so crazy. Like, it's so fucked up, bro. Like, we can we can make everything right. And
That's the thing. Like, look at where we learning from. Like, if we talking about like porn industry, like it was a famous dude. His name was Max Hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Max Hardcore. He was the guy that introduced like the real hardcore porn style to the industry. You know what I'm saying? Now, his thinking was, I got dissed in high school, you know what I'm saying? So when I had sex with women, I'm gonna physically abuse them. I'm gonna bring pain to them. Now we watching it, you know what I'm saying? And we can't get inside of his head and be like, oh, okay, so she must like getting her titty slapped.
Yeah.
She must like getting her booty slapped. She must like getting choked or whatever. He having sex with these women, he like, nah, I'm choking them because this was Julie from 12th grade or whatever, and she dissed me, and I'm gonna take all this out on you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so we looking, and there's a lot of these white folks or whatnot, I say it, you know what I'm saying? We learn their behaviors and whatnot, but we don't understand the science behind it, you know what I'm saying? So we end up abusing our women, mistreating them, and then after so long, even our women end up liking that abuse, you know what I'm saying? And so we try to be romantic to them, they're like, that's soft stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's because we've been confused, we trained you to be confused, you know what I'm saying? And now you like, no, this is my natural sexuality. Like,
No, I understand your partner too.
Yeah, you do have some
And I'm glad
You gotta learn what she like.
I'm glad you said that. Basically, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the whole relationship between men and women, or black men and black women. Like, where some of y'all think were the misunderstanding coming? And that's why I tell you and Fred and the host, like, why do you think successful women struggle so much with being in or finding a relationship or keeping a man?
Adam and Eve, that's why.
Well, so you say successful women.
Successful. I'm gonna start with successful and move from there.
Because just like I think it had to do with like initially. I'm gonna say some historical shit. It's got to do with like integrated schools. I mean, like so, not even just integrated school, but just like the whole like school like dynamic period. Like we used to like so back in like the early '90s, late '80s, like on TV. You know what I'm saying? We see college was like subliminally in like TV shows for us. You know what I'm saying? Like on Martin, Cosby Show, Different World was a show about college. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that no more. And so like even on those shows we had characters depicted that like as far as like the black male characters, they were like some of them, Dwayne Wayne, fairly successful, but look at Theo. Theo was a bullshitter.
Yeah.
Like the black man on the Cosby Show that was doing it was Heathcliff Huxtable. He was the old black man. The young dudes wasn't really doing shit. On Different World, you know what I'm saying? The black dudes that was doing shit, it was Dwayne Wayne basically and Colonel Taylor.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they was fucking and they wasn't finishing.
Put a breath on. Hey, take this shit down. They ain't getting no chick.
Damn, bro. I ain't cutting no check. That's what I just told you. I heard you say it too. I thought you gonna catch on to this. Hey, real shit, right now.
That shit you can do something. I was damn about that.
That was crazy. Bobby looked at him on the thing. He's like, what you doing?
He just told me the same shit. He was like, I said, what you doing?
My nigga said, I'm trying to fix shit. I'm trying to get these niggas with no stripes.
He said, do a shirt split. I said, do a shirt split.
But Bobby looked at him like,
I said, they might see this shit and pick it up.
They don't pay us.
Start from the bottom, man. What's up, bro? You ready?
Oh, we been recording. It ain't stopped.
yeah, that's what I like about it. I wanted to.
I got another question. We talking about the same situation for little men. No, we're not talking about no big booty bitch. I got a question.
What, bro?
What's up? You said what you said?
No, we're finna close it. Yeah, what it is, usually see if you listen to the podcast, you know that. Usually at the end of the podcast.
I'll be honest with you, I ain't never listened to a podcast. That's not even y'all, it's just a podcast here.
Hey,
Usually, we finna close it right here. What we do is at the end of every
I saw you post
podcast,
about this, but you know
for
what?
some reason he sings,
People
and I
in
just,
high school,
get the
I
closing
know young
remarks.
ladies that was in high school, they used to be like,
You gonna say
they
that
got
one
hope
time?
right there. You know what I'm saying? We don't get labeled as we would bust down the
Sit down.
Oh, it's recording. I've been recording y'all the whole time. Talking about it. Now y'all are good. Y'all are good. I can do accounting if y'all want.
Yeah, we do count. This same shit do in LA. We just
trying to provoke him
keep the
from
camera
being
rolling.
what he
Okay,
is.
I say shit that keep
Yeah, it's just recording. 3,
So
2,
it's just like,
1.
I want to thank everybody for watching this. This is your boy Ugly Reggie, man.
flat right there.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to find us on www.uglyreggie.com. I'm on, gotta get a little loud. And you know what I'm saying? We're on SoundCloud, YouTube. Check out my boy Body Speaks and my boy Trey. Like, I'm going to say, I want you to take it back from the beginning. And you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and support everybody. We'll be following this up probably sometime next week. Hell, I don't know. But, anyways, goddamn. That's it.
I did that shit. Do it again.
No, that's it. No, we can get. That's what I like about it.
it's raw.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hear it
Off the street. Yeah, you still recording.
That's still recording.
I think of your accomplishment.
Man, you talking about my boy, goddamn me, Bookstore. I'm glad, cause I'm there. I'm starting to
said
record
the
it.
video.
I'm glad you
Hold on, you want to talk about the bookstore, man?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, you drop your advertising, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bring it to us, man. I'm finna talk about my stuff.
Oh, it's still recording.
Yeah, drop your advertising.
I ain't turned it off.
Like I said, follow me, Trey_501. Blow hookah. Whenever you want hookahs at your next event, you let me know. Call us, text us, email us at blowhookah@gmail.com. I'm sorry, blowhookah501@gmail.com. Read, shut up and talk. blowhookah501 at gmail.com. Like I said, set us up to come to your next event and to lit it up, literally. But like I said, let me know. What you got, bro?
Look, man, speaking of lit, we got plenty of literature, you know what I'm saying?
I like how you did that.
At Culture Bound bookstores, if you want to get lit with like some knowledge or whatnot, no offense to you, you got your thing going on.
You go to the bookstore.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do hookah and read if you want to. That's Culture Bound Bookstore. So it's www.cultureboundbookstore.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Constantly posting up new books and everything that we got in stock. So if you want to learn about your history, if you want to learn about economics, want to learn about anything black related, we got it there.
The dog's terrible in the background.
Hey, you said you got company.
Background
Hey,
music.
look,
You said I wasn't doing it right.
Charles Young. I'm Charles Michael Young on Facebook. Mike Chuck 1212 2020 Business Podcast. We say the shit that need to be said. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram, Lord_Charles_first. I'm on SoundCloud as Mike Chuck 1212. My podcast is on iTunes. I'm very proud of that. It's on iHeartRadio. I'm very proud of that. I had a commercial on my last episode. On the beginning and end.
Look at that. Let's go.
But yeah, talk to me. I want to hear your perspective. You can hear mine. You're going to hear mine anyway, either way. So it is what it is.
Once again, Coach Cheese _Web, IG, the clothing, Creative Conflict, 88, IG, Twitter, Mulatto_Web. Find me Coach Cheese _Web. You can find me on anything, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We just try to, I guess what everybody say, do it for the culture.
Do it for
Really do it for the culture.
Really do it for us. Really do it for the culture.
Not like Migos. Cultural responsibility. Goddamn.
But I've been responsible.
Understand that.
Yeah, man, but what is your own person, man? You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I disagree with
I appreciate y'all.
I disagree with a woman.
It's just
I disagree
like,
with a
I'm
woman
like-
calling herself a hoe. I disagree with a man calling himself a hoe.
They taking that power from that word.
I ain't taking. I don't.
But see, that's your perspective.
That is my.
That's your
that is my
perspective. Because if somebody can say that, you know what I'm saying, this person to that, this person to this, this person to that, it's
You
almost
seen
like,
the picture?
Nah.
bro, some people's perspective is different on the word nigga. So a lot of people say, well, I'm going to take the power from that. But a lot of people like, you better not say
We
that
gonna rock
shit,
with
I'm
niggas.
knock you out.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna rock with that. We gonna rock with niggas. That's mine now. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, we're not finna let a white person, we're not finna.
He not looking at me. I mean, you know good.
That's in the family.
Yeah,
Where the light shining on
This
us.
is the picture right here.
Good show.
That's how slow.
Shining. Good show.
That's strong, man.
I've been trying to do. You trying to get good?
Are you gonna let me get
right
right
this time? Thank you. I thought you were gonna switch away from me.
As a man, like,
Let's do it.
there's no way, like, I'm
Don't look
taking,
like Ebro.
like, so, in a relationship, you take,
You like the cops.
it's a mannerism that you got from your wife. It's a mannerism that she got from you. That's a mannerism that I'm not gonna take as a man. And that's why Wiz left her, bro. Wiz was like, look, like, you know what I'm saying? I was attracted, I was very attracted to her sexuality and everything. But at the end of the day, like,